Okay, so today we're going to look at 10.2 arithmetic sequences, part 1, which is just looking at examples 1 through 3. So let's go on to the first concept of converting point-slope form into arithmetic sequence. So we've dealt with point-slope form already, but in case we forgot, I went ahead and wrote it. And keep in mind, a sub 1 means the answer, the first term, all the way to a sub n, the answer to the nth term. And then the common difference is understood to be the variable d. So I'm showing you here how we replaced the parts of arithmetic sequence into point slope form, and in solving for a sub n, the answer to the nth term, this is the equation we're going to be using. In doing so, let's take a look at this example. It's to find the nth term. So if you notice, we're looking at the same equation we just generated from the point slope form. And let's just take a look at example 1 at this point. So in looking at example 1 at this point, let's replace everything we know in terms of that equation. So let's start with the first thing is a sub n. And so that would be a sub, let me erase that. I'm trying to coordinate the colors. So a sub 9, because that's the 9th term, although we don't know what the answer to the 9th term is equal to a sub 1, which is negative 4, plus n, which is 9, minus 1, and times d, which is my common difference. Now I put the d in the front, but that's okay, or the parentheses. So when you go to solve for the answer to the 9th term, we do our math. So negative 4 plus 6 times 8. And then when we complete that, negative 4 times 48, we get the answer to the 9th term is 49. So let's take a look at the next indicated term, which is number 2. And number 2, we're looking for the answer to the 20th term. We have the first term is 15 plus n is the nth term. Well, we know the nth term is 20 minus 1 times d, my common difference of negative 8. So the answer to the 20th term is 15 plus negative 8 times 19. When we do the math, we end up with negative 137 as the answer to the 20th term, negative 137. So that's how we find the nth term using that equation. Next example is writing equation for the nth term. So once again, using the same equation, let's take a look at what we have here. We have a sub 1, and number 3 is 12, and we don't know how many terms there are, which is fine because we're looking at an equation, so you're not supposed to know. Write an equation means in terms of n. So that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in what I do know. I can figure out the common difference. To find the common difference, we're going to take 3 take away 12 like we did in the previous term. We end up with negative 9. So that's my common difference. So as I fill in what I know, a sub n, the answer to the nth term, which I don't know, that's a good thing, 12, and then plus negative 9, oh, I guess I should put that in a blue, negative 9 times n minus 1. And when I do the math, I end up with a sub n is equal to 12 minus 9n plus 9. Combine like terms, a sub n equals negative 9n plus 21. So there is my equation of the nth term for number 3. Number 4, we're going to look at I do not have a sub 1. I do have a sub n. So I'll start with that one. So we're looking at number 4 now. So a sub 6, and that's supposed to be a 6, is equal to the first term, which I don't know, plus my nth term, which I know is 6, because they always match, minus 1 times d, which is my common difference of 8. And we clean it up. A sub 6 is equal to a sub 1 plus 8 times 7, my bad, 5. And then let's see, I'm noticing we have too many variables. I need to replace a sub 6 with 12. Now I can solve for that one single variable of a sub 1. When I minus the 40 over, I end up with negative 28 is a sub 1. So I'm going to write here a sub 1 equals negative 28. So I'm going to go ahead and erase this now. And, or maybe, I'm going to go ahead and replace what I do know now. So a sub 1 is negative 28. So negative 28 plus, and then remember when I'm writing an equation, I'm not supposed to know what n is. So wherever I see n, I leave it as n, if I can use the same color. So a sub n, no, hello, can I get a marker? So let me try this again. A sub n, erase that part, don't worry about that, equals negative 28 plus n minus 1 times 8. So I'll do the math. A sub n is equal to negative 28 plus 8n minus 8. A sub n equals 8n minus 36. And there is my equation where the n's are unknown. The example is to find the arithmetic means, which is the 5 digits in this case between these two numbers. So this would be like a sub 1. So negative 18 is a sub 1. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 36. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would be a sub 7. So there's 7 terms. So we go ahead and use that formula. So a sub n. So there's 36 equals a sub 1 plus n, which is 7, minus 1. And the common difference is d. I don't know. See? So initially those would be unknowns, the a sub n and the n, but I need it to find my common difference. So when I do the math, I end up with 36 equals negative 18 plus 6d. When I solve for d, I end up with 54 divided by 6. My common difference ends up being 9. So now that I have my common difference, I'm going to go back up to this equation, and I'm going to substitute in here a sub n. So let me write down my common difference is 9. So I'm going to take my equation and substitute everything back in so I can now find my numbers. So I'm going to go ahead, oh, matter of fact, I don't need my equation now. I have my common difference. I just add 9 every time to find the arithmetic means of these two numbers. So the first arithmetic mean is going to be negative 9, then a 0, 0 plus 9, 9 plus 9, 18 plus 9. So there is my 5 arithmetic means, are all these 5 digits in here. Remember, you can always pause, replay, enjoy the video, guys.